Me again. April 16th, I think, 2021. Driving down 99, California here. Going to Waterford. Hey, I want to capture my testimony on diet and health. I've been on the road a lot over the years. I mean, a lot of plane rides, a lot of car rentals, a lot of hotels, a lot of drive-thrus. I stopped that. So, look back on any of my other stuff. My back was out last year. Had back issues over the years, but nothing to what it was extreme of last year. Started into 2019, and it just finally, my back broke finally. To me, literally, it broke. I couldn't get up for months. Of course, during the scamdemic of this stupid lockdown shit, all I could do was video calls, and I finally got into the Kaiser Hospital, and this young doctor, bless his heart. I go, I'm in pain. I need something taken care of. Can we get an MRI? Can I find out what's going on? Because I've never felt this kind of pain before. We need to get this. Well, because of COVID, we can't do that. I'm like, what? We can't schedule that. You're not allowed to. I'm like, okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. Can you give me something to alleviate the pain? I asked for it. So when I blame the doctors for prescribing me the pharmaceutical mafia prescription crap, I asked for it because I was freaking hurting. Anyone that's been in extreme pain, all you want to do is get rid of the pain. So that's how they get you, right? Anyway, so he prescribed me muscle relaxant. There was 3 different prescriptions. I don't know the names of them. I'm not a pharmacist. I don't want to memorize drugs because I don't want to take them. I know I'd been eating Motrin, 1,200 milligrams every day, sometimes more, and I know what that does to the liver, to the gut, and just freaking liquefies it. So I knew immediately that, I knew it was alleviating my pain, but what were the side effects going to do to me long term if I continued that up? And I'd been doing that for months, trying to keep my business running and keep the guys going, and bring money on the table, right? I'm a worker. Business owner. That's what you do. So I start popping these pills. I'm on my back. Tell me to do my stretches, but yeah, that wasn't happening because freaking my spine was freaking hurt. L5 or L6, I should remember, but one of the discs, I think it was L5. The disc was blown. It was protruding out, not blown. It was blown. Wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. Had a blowout. How's that? So I went to the emergency room, finally, at the behest of our awesome neighbor Lynette. She's like, just get your butt in there. So they roll me in there. They're like, well, they're trying to do all their tests that they do at the emergency room. I'm like, look, I cannot stand up. I cannot lift my left leg up. I can't. I got wheeled in here on a wheelchair, barely got out of the car, into the wheelchair, and you're telling me, to do these tests. It's not happening. I'm not going to bend over. I'm not going to lift my leg. I'm not doing it. I know what the pain is. I've already cried enough in the last month or so. I'm not doing it. So they're like, I go, can you schedule me? I go, I'm in here first and foremost because the drugs aren't working that the doctor gave me, and I need an MRI. I need to find out what's going on inside my spine there. Well, your doctor has to, make that appointment. My doctor won't do it. I was going back for the emergency room doctor. And he's like, what? I'm like, he told me because of this COVID crap, I can't schedule an appointment. Okay, he kind of looked at me like, what? So they prescribed me some more freaking drugs, more painkillers, and they scheduled me an appointment for an MRI. Get the MRI. By this time, I'm getting an epidural appointment. They shoot me up with the epidural. And then in between that time, too, I had... Oh, wait, no, not yet. I'm jumping ahead. So I had the epidural. Felt freaking awesome. Week and a half later, 2 weeks later, ding dong, Ed runs back to work to blow up my back even worse. Worse. I mean, my kids are seeing me cry. I'm army crawling to the bathroom, barely making it to even barely get up my knees to pee. It's probably, oh my god, yeah, it sucked. At this time, I'm not sad or disappointed. I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off. I'm having plenty of conversations with God. Not that He's to blame, but I had plenty of conversations like, come on, I've been involved in healings. I've seen knees heal. I've seen backs heal. I've seen elbows and wrists. I've seen allergies disappear. And asthma. My turn. That was kind of where I was at. So I call the epidurologist, whatever the freaking needle doctor, right? And I say, hey, I need another epidural. He's like, we usually do about 2 or 3 of those, maybe in a year. He's all, not within a month. He's all, let me get you over to the spine specialist. I'm like, okay, well, I thought that's what you were, but okay. Since you're shoving a needle up my damn spine. So, a week or so later, I get a video Zoom call with the doctor, the spine specialist, because, we can't see each other because of COVID crap. And he starts showing me the MRI. He's like, all right, you got a protruding disc on L5, L6, you should know, it's my spine. You got bone spurs and you got arthritis. I'm like, okay, so what do we do? He's all, well, I ignore the bone spur, you can do it, you can manage those. He's all, arthritis is part of what it is. I'm already not liking where he's going with this because it's kind of defeatist, right? And then he's like, here's the kicker. Well, we get you in here. He's all, we'll take the disc out. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, and yeah, and then be good to go. So you're gonna replace that disc with another disc, another shock absorber or something? He's like, no. I'm like, so vertebrae on vertebrae, bone on bone? Yeah. Whoa, why would he just fuse it then? He's like, nah. Then you're guaranteed to come back in for another surgery quicker. I'm like, hey, I don't like any of this. Can you get me back over to the for an epidural? He's like, okay. He's all, well, do you want us to schedule this for you anyway? He's all, because we're kind of pushed out on the calendar, and this is June. I don't know. He's all, we can get you in September. I'm like, you know what? Go ahead and put it on there. Hopefully I don't need it, but yeah, go ahead. And so they refer me back to the epidural, and they were a month out. So within that month, I had already started taking CBD drops, full spectrum, because the prescriptions weren't doing me mentally good. They were making, one of them was making me depressed or psychotic, and I was already on my back, so I didn't need an enhancement of depression. It wasn't helping me at all. It wasn't helping alleviate the pain. It was making me sleepy and tired, and I didn't want to sleep my whole time away because I got a business to run, I got life to live, I got a beautiful wife and kids, and I got things I want to do. So I don't want to sleep my life away. That's not what I'm designed and built for. So CBD, been on that regimen for a bit. So I'm at the table. I'm trying to. I was probably doing payroll. I don't know why I was at the table. But Chrissy had an appointment with this young lady, Anna. Never met. She goes to the church that we went to. Never met her in my life. Never heard of her. I don't even know how Chrissy got the appointment. I still think she's the angel to this day. Chrissy told her about the story, my back. I'm over there squirming about, trying to find a comfortable, somewhat alleviating position so I can get my payroll in. And they get done with their appointment, and she comes up to me, she's like, can I pray for you? I'm I'm like, absolutely. I go, I've had the Jesus Culture School of Leadership Zoom meeting. I've had our Love After Marriage leadership team pray over me. I'm a countless prayers for my wife, for my neighbors. I have plenty. I'll take more. I'll never deny prayer. She starts praying a simple prayer. A simple prayer. I mean, it wasn't verbose, loud, energetic. It was just, hey, I can't even remember exactly her words. It was more like, grab his, Jesus, heal his spine, heal his, bring the vertebrae in, bring all the blood, all the inflammation. I mean, it was simple. But when she was praying, I could see in my spirit a lioness, princess, warrior praying for me, battling, kicking serious demon ass, like severing heads of demons. And then she says, amen. I open my eyes, and she walks out the door, and I'm like, I looked at Christy and I said, I believe I'm healed. And so from that moment on, I haven't had any back pain. I didn't go back to epidural. I didn't take any more drugs. I didn't get a spine surgery. So that's, like I said, June or July at this point. So come November, into November, I know wintertime, because of food and holidays and all that good stuff, I can put on a little extra winter coat on me. And I feel it. I feel it when there's 5 extra pounds on me, on my feet, my knees, especially my knees, and then obviously my back. And I'm vividly remembering my back time, my 4 months of back time, yoga mat laying on, and not being able to sleep with my wife. It sucked. So I'm like, I'd been watching this lady, Mary Grace Media. Been watching her through the summer, through spring and through summer and winter. Awesome communicator, beautiful voice. And she does awesome Christian lady too. But part of her blog or her whatever you call it, her media. The way she promotes it or where she sustains it is, she's a marketer herself, but she's also, promotes a product called Purium. And that's where I originally got the CBD. I'm like, okay, because it's pure, it's organic, I'm not having to deal with any other freaking chemicals, and what they're doing with is actually certified, it's ran through tests, and I wanted something. I'm tired of putting crap on my body, and I want to do that. Well, she's always promoting, these shake drinks and what they have, and I would listen to her because she always does that at the end of her messages, and I would listen to the whole thing because people, and I would chime in on the chat and stuff like that. Finally, it just kicked in one day, end of November. I'm like, I'm going to do that. I go, how much money do I spend at any of the drive-thrus when I'm on the road? Over in a month, in a year, a lot. And I'm like, I can redivert those dollars spent to that and put it towards this. I'll drop $350. Get this transformation kit. And it is the best tasting green drink I have ever had. And Christy, my beautiful wife, love her to death, has given me and has bought plenty of green drinks and shakes over the years. And most of the time, hate to say this, they taste like I just cut my front yard and I'm drinking my grass clippings. They're nasty. I gotta choke them down, even though I know they're good for me. I don't think we need to be eating stuff, drinking stuff. We have to. I mean, yeah, there's some bitter stuff that we need to be, cleansing out our body on sometimes, but God made some good stuff. This is it. This is one of them. I am a sold out advocate of this. I've been doing this since the beginning of December. It's now April, 19th, whatever, equal something. I've lost 13 pounds. I feel like I'm freaking 30. I'm 52 years old. I feel like I'm 30. It's a testimony. My back, no issues at all. I work crazy ass hours. I just drove back from Washington down to Sacramento. So I was up past Washington, Seattle, up by Seattle, Washington. I drove up there, worked. It wasn't that long of a shift, but I do put 12, 16-hour shifts in when I work. And then I drove back the next day. That's a 12-hour day. Just for the driving. No issues. Now I'm tired? Absolutely. I mean, we need rest. God loves the Sabbath. He's a inquirer. He's not inquired. He's required of us. He's commanded that. Rest. He rested in the boat when the disciples were all freaking out about the storm. Seasoned veterans of the waters, of the fishers, and they're freaking out like they're gonna die, like they'd never been in a storm before. They have to go wake up Jesus, our Lord. In the middle, Jesus sleeping in the middle of a storm. There's a story right there. What's Jesus do? He gets up, peace, be still, calms. We have that in us. We have Yahweh in us. So I have testimony of a powerful God living in me to work out a testimony, and I'm a changed man. I am not the same man I was 12 months ago. Not even close. There's a holy boldness about me. I've grown a pair. Already had a pair, but grown me a massive pair of boldness. And I'm not going to allow political correctness. I'm not going to allow a nasty dietary intake to take me out earlier than I need to. God's got something really massively planned for myself, my wife, and our family, and those around me. One other testimony: to not live in fear. For a year, since I've been back out on the road, been back in the job sites, been back in places of business that are open, I have not wore a mask. Guess what? I'm not sick. Haven't got sick. I've had a few allergy or irritants in the air because of pollen, but guess what? Our body's meant to blow out, sneeze out, cry out, get out, whatever it is. So hence, a virus is meant to get out the toxins in our body, in our system. Hello, people. Stop over-medicating. Stop medicating. Stop allowing the pharmaceutical medical mafia to dictate your health when you have a choice in how you take care of yourself and how you live a healthy, joyful, fulfilled life with Christ being the center. It's a holistic approach. It's the right approach. We don't... Yes, I've got a broken arm. I'm going to go to a doctor. I get a severe accident or massive gouges in my wounds. I want a specialist to be able to sew me up. Medication, there's a good place for it. You know, the anesthesiologist. I mean, I don't want to feel the freaking pain when they're trying to sew me up or mend a bone or take care of something internal bleeding or whatever. I'm grateful for the frontline doctors that are out there kicking butt. I'm not grateful for people buying into a lie and not questioning the narrative that we need to medicate. So shame on you, pharmaceutical mafia. Shame on you, powers to be that have the influence, who have the ways to and know the cures. So shame on you. Your day of reckoning and accountability is coming up quickly. Pick a lane. Choose your side. You're either for him or you're against him. There's no middle ground on this. So anyway, that's my medical testimony. It's freaking amazing. I love it, and I'm gonna keep talking about it because I have allergy testimonies, I have relational testimonies, I have marriage, which is relational. I have marriage testimonies. I have family. I have home environment testimonies. I have redemption stories. I have salvation stories. I have healing testimonies. We all have that. Every single one of us has that. Grow it. Feed it. You can be an influence. Talk about an influencer. You're an influencer. So, Jesus' mighty name. He loves us. He loves you. He loves me. Out for the day.